Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about the pressures of social media and how it can destroy our artistic growth. If you're new here, my name is Khalid and I am a self-taught artist and I share my journey with you all here in my channel. And today, as I mentioned, I wanted to talk about the pressures of social media and how we need to be careful when we approach it. So, the pressures of social media. What do I mean exactly? So, there are two major dangers that I wanted, or problems that I wanted to talk about today when we're so focused on social media. So, the first one is a little bit subconscious and it can happen to all of us when we're scrolling through social media. There are a lot of great artists, and when we are surrounding ourselves by it by so much, we might start comparing ourselves to them, and we might start thinking that how good they are. Although it's a good thing to look at other artists and learn from them, admire their work, and support them, the problem is that nowadays on social media, we see hundreds of images every day. And it can be easy to get discouraged when we see all these great art pieces. But we need to be mindful and careful and always know that every great art piece requires a lot of work. These artists have put in a lot of time and effort into growing as artists, and then every piece that they produce also requires a lot of their time. So just because we see something great doesn't mean that it was easy for them. They really worked hard to get there. So we shouldn't compare ourselves with others, especially on social media, because we don't know their journey, we don't know their story. And we're all on our own journeys and we learn at different paces and speeds. So comparing ourselves to others is not very helpful. And what I think we should do is try and compare ourselves to our own progress and evaluate our own work and progress over periods of time. The second thing and the most important danger is the need to post consistently on social media, like Instagram. So we feel like, or we hear that we need to post stories, reels, and have these posts on regular basis and consistency. And everyone says that if you want to grow, you need to have all kinds of posts, especially reels nowadays. And I'm not saying that this is not true. I'm sure it's true that we need to be consistent. But the danger is if we're so focused on social media growth. When we're so focused on social media growth, we obviously have to have all these art pieces or drawings that we can post. And the problem with that is that each drawing or art piece can take hours to finish and complete. And if we're only drawing to be able to post on social media, then we will obviously try to draw things that we're comfortable with and we think can turn up good. And we'll be putting all this pressure on ourselves to make these pieces and we forget to learn. And I think this is where the trap comes. So we want to grow on Instagram or on TikTok or on YouTube or whatever, but we forget to spend any time to learn art. We don't have any time for it because we're so focused on producing these pieces that are gonna look good or we think are gonna look good and we're comfortable with. So we forget to spend any time on the fundamentals, or we forget to spend any time experimenting with art, and therefore we just kind of plateau and we stay where we are and we keep producing the same things over and over again. And I'm sure we've all been here, and I myself have struggled with this, but I wanted to say, and I try and remind myself to remember that growing on Instagram doesn't mean you are growing as an artist. So we need to remind ourselves and remind each other to make sure we put some time aside to learn and to draw something new, to focus on the fundamentals and get out of our comfort zone a little bit. And as I mentioned, this is something that I was struggling with, and I saw that I need to post good pieces every time. So I used to post every little stage of my drawing because I thought this was what consistent mean. I wanted to make sure that I have something to post, so I would draw in a way that I will be able to post the line art. And then I'll be like, maybe I should have a step where I can show the grayscale version and then the final rendering version. But then I forgot to focus on the process and on the learning. And I have to keep reminding myself to keep a balance between working on a piece for fun and or to post it online, and also make sure that I have enough time to spend on learning and growing as an artist. And I wanted to remind everyone of this specifically, that growth takes time and we need to really put in the time and effort into growing as artists. But we should remember that the goal is growing as an artist first before growing on social media. And I'm not saying growing on social media cannot be a goal. I'm just saying that growing as an artist should come before growing on social media. And growing as artists will eventually help us grow on social media or on the platforms that we want. And I hope that we all try to focus on our own art journey, learn to put some time aside to learn and grow our art skills. And if you thought this video was insightful and helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And you might also like the video where I talk about making bad art is an important step to becoming a good artist.